Hello and welcome guys to FXBASE. We analyze some charts, show you some analysis of some charts. So what I have for you today is gold, which is XAU USD. So this is what we have on our daily time frame. So I'm just going to break it down for you and show you some chart works on this pair. That is gold. So I'm going to start by drawing the bottom trend, which is this one. As we can see, so this is our bottom trend line right here. Then our upper trend line, I'm going to place it here. Okay, then we clone this and put it around these areas. So as you can see, every time the price is touching this trend line, it's buying to the upside. So it touched here, then it bought to the upside. It went on to touch this area, and it also bought. But this is the trend line that was formed. So let's go to a lower time frame. Okay, so now we are on in the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what we can be able to pick up. So what I was saying is, every time the price touches a trend, something happens. Okay, for example here, when this trend was touched, the price went up to this point. When it touched this point, it went down. So every time the trend is touched, something happened. So we also touched this area, then we started buying. So what are we saying? We're saying that when we touch these areas, we are actually looking for sales, that is to the downside. But when you touch this bottom trend, you're actually looking for buys to the upside. So from here I can draw a trend like this. Okay, draw the other one. So this is the other token. So what we call this is called trends and trends. Why are we calling it trends and trends? We have this outer trend, that is the bigger trend. Then we have this small trend that is being formed within this larger trend. So this is what this price actually do. They form trends inside trends. Then we call that what? Trends and trends. So there is what is also called trends and trends trading, when we actually look for positions within trends, actually using this inner trends. So let's go to the 1-hour time frame to actually see what we have. But before we even go to the 1-hour time frame, you can see that here we have an area that was rejected many times, like this area here, and also here, and also here. So this is also an area of what? This is also an area of value. And yeah, there are so many area of values here. So let's go to the 1-hour time frame. Okay, so this is what we have on the 1-hour time frame. I think a lot of things become more clear here. So if we are looking at this structure that was forming right, you can see this was an expanding type structure. This was in an expanding nature. So prices were actually coming from squeezing here and actually expanding here. And if we look left, you can see there are certain areas that were actually rejected, which is this area right here. So this area was rejected inside this expanding channel. So when it touched this area, it sold to the downside. So the price started falling after rejecting this area. Okay, then from that the price came around this area, rejected, then it finally broke the trend. And while we are still on this area here, you can see that we have a certain area here that was rejected a couple of times, which is this area. You can actually mark this is one for area of what? of value. This area right here is an area of value. But what can we do with this area of value if we have a market structure building up in this format? Looking at here, you can see that price is rejected this area, this part before it finally broke down and what came back up. So what do we do? When prices do these things, let me just remove this to make my charts a little bit cleaner. Okay, so gold is that one pair that actually respects structures and patterns. It follows structures and patterns. So what do we see here? You can see that we are coming from we are actually above this line here, and we touched it multiple times before we actually broke below it, and we actually broke what above it. So what do we do when the trend, when the price action responds in this way? We wait for it to actually come back up before we start to look for what any positions which are buy positions. I would take my trend, put it like this, clone this and put it below here. And if I was going to take this trade, as you can see, we broke above, we tested, then we're actually looking for what? For movement to the upside. So I'll mark this as my TP, and I'll take my buys from around here up to this area. So these are short-term buys, and I'll put my stop loss right about here. Okay, so this is will be the final target. Okay, so moving on, I can see a structure that is built up in this area. So this is a structure that we are having, this structure here. Okay, so as you can see, it actually respected this same line. So it means this area has been rejected multiple times. So we'll be actually looking for buying position, short-term buying position to the what, to the upside up to maybe around this area. So going a little bit further, this price that is actually being formed here. So I can put my trend, join this area. Okay, now I'm seeing an expanding type channel, that is this one. So this price action is actually responding in an expanding type format. So this was an impulse, so you can regard this as an impulse correction. So what are we looking for? In impulse what, to the downside up to area that is around here. So I would put through my trend line like this, then I would clone this and put it below like this. So as you can see, price actually broke outside this trend. So what are we looking for? Looking for buys to what, to the upside, but not forgetting that we have this area here that is being what, that is being respected, this area. Let me just for the sake of accuracy, so yeah, we have it like this. So the price actually touched this area, so which means we're actually looking for what, for buying position. So when it touched here, it sold to the downside. So here we're looking for what, for buying position to the upside. So my entry will be around this area up to this. This is what we are targeting. This is our main target, and this is where we would put our stop loss right about here. So what are we looking for? We're looking for buying position to what, the upside. So this is what I have on gold, and this is what we are looking for, what, at gold. But we need to look at certain things before we execute this trade. So we broke above, we tested, so I would use a pending order. Why am I using a pending order? I'm saying if price manage to come back here, that's only when I'll be triggered in the trade. But if it continue to move to the downside, I won't be triggered in. So which means I'm actually protecting my what, my capital. So I would place a pending order, that is a buy stop and wait for it to trigger. So this is what I had for you guys on code. I hope you enjoy it and learn one or two things. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and you comment. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next one.